Hello and welcome back. My name is Vanessa from Wild Woman Bushcraft. I give you the chance to ask me questions at YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. And you have so many questions that I had to make 2 videos for reading the questions and answer it. The first video is already online and today the second video with your questions and my answer starts. Let's go. Bush life alcoholic. Do you like summer or winter camping and why? I love the summertime because in the summer everything is easy. But I don't feel so safe when I make a big fire in the summertime. So for a fire, the winter time will be better. In the summertime everything is easy and in the winter it is a challenge. So I love both, but I think I prefer the easy way. So I like more summer bushcraft. I give the answer of your question, Elise T, at the beginning of the video. When did you learn bushcrafting and what made want to learn? I tell you the answer from another person that has the same question at the beginning of the video. Charles Kelder. What is the most important tool for you to bring in the woods for camping? I think the knife is the most important thing because you can do so much different stuff with the knife. Rick Sutherland, who are some of your favorite bushcrafters? And after the pandemic, any plans on meeting any of them? I make a full video about this question. The name of the video is Who Am I? And there I tell you all the different bushcrafters that I like and how. And of course I always love to meet another person because it is important to learn from each other. Every person had different skills and things the person know, and you only learn something when you meet another person and look how they practice bushcraft. For me it is only a little bit hard to meet them because sometimes I don't really plan my trips. When I see in the morning, today it will be a good day for making a trip. I had someone for the children and everything, like the weather is good, I start. And then it is too late to plan something with another person. I don't have the time to plan a week forward. So the most times I go outdoors alone. Tara B. Ticks. Are you ever worried about ticks? Can you provide some advice on how to avoid them or what you do when you find one? So I don't have a really good tip for ticks because you can buy some sprays, but I never found a spray that really help. So I can't give you the greatest tip. It is important that you search your body. I hate to wear long trousers in the summer times, but it would be the best thing to put your socks over the long trousers so the ticks had to climb very high, and then you have an easy chance to find them. But I don't want to like long trousers in the summer. I love to wear pants, and I search about every 30 minutes if I find them. Very often I feel them, and then the life for them is over. Mike O'Glenn, which luxury item would you take with you to the island? Of course it would be a knife, because you can make so many different things with a knife. MJ, did you figure use for your cellar? I'm sure you mean the cellar from the cabin. At this point I had no use for it, because before I used the cellar I had to close it. You know, the water can came into the cellar and there is a part that is open around of the cellar. So this is the cellar, and then it is air, and here starts the cabin. And this is the point where the mouse came in, and I had at first closed this, and then I can use it. But at the moment I have not really an idea. Herr Flick, if you were only able to carry one cutting tool into the forest, what would it be and what type? For example, axe, hatchet, tomahawk, folding saw, etc. I love everything of them. I love my silky folding saw, but I also love the axe, and I love to have the knife. But if I can choose only one of them, I think it would be an axe, because I can use the axe for cutting trees, for making wood into smaller pieces, for using it as a knife for safety for myself to fight with it. So yeah, it would be the axe. Salvatore Valerie, what made you get into bushcraft? I answered this before. How long have you been doing it? It is about 5 years. I had to lie about the exactly time, but I think 5 years, and then I always do more bushcraft and more in part of survival. And the next question from you is, what is your best part of bushcraft? I enjoy everything. So it is a chance to stay very close to the nature, and I love to I enjoy every part of it. Terry Noble wants to know if I am teaching my boys into bushcraft. So I love to spend time in the nature with my children, and they love to do bushcraft. So I teach them everything. I talk about what I see when I am with them in the nature, where is an edible plant, for what you had to take on special care, or what is important with the handling the fire. So it is very easy to tell it them by the normal life. Walter Mears, does the ring on your right hand mean that you are married? I just love gold rings. Joanne Logan, do you still have time to do all the things you do, and you work on your book? I had a to-do list for every day, so I plan correctly and exactly what I have to do at every day of the week. And then I can handle it, not easy, but I can handle it. So sometimes there are hard days with a lot of work, and sometimes there are days where I can make and rest. So I find enough time for everything, but sometimes I don't have enough time for me, so I enjoy it when I had 30 minutes in the evening to read a book or do something else. But every day is full. Big Stel, do you ever comment back to questions? Yes, of course, I try to comment back. We had the question before if I read every comment, and this is true, I read every comment, but I had not enough time to give answer to every question, because then I will sit there 2 days a week, and this is a little bit too much. So sorry if I can't answer every question, I'm sure you understand it. Rob Zitek, can I go camping with you? So never say never, but I don't go camping with persons that I don't know before. In the World Wide Web, everywhere, everyone can read what you want and tell me a fake story about the own person. So I had to be careful. Shelby L. Stature, I didn't think you were married. Are you? So I don't have to present my whole life in the World Wide Web. There are some parts in my life where I want to talk, where I didn't want to talk about it, and this is one of them. I'm sure you understand it. Dabo Vision, will you marry me? I'm not sure, I don't know you. David Lee, who is your favorite rock band? And do you homeschool your kids? My favorite rock band is Rolling Stones, and homeschooling is not allowed here in Germany. We had to bring our children to the school. And I'm not sure if I really can do it. If I know enough in all parts who are important in life to teach them. So I'm really bad in math, and I'm not sure if I can learn them math in the right way. So no, it is not possible here in Germany. Roger Aidelet, what is your favorite cookware item and why you choose it? For outdoors, I had only 2 items that I use often. It is my pot and my pan. So, but in the pan I can make my steak, and in the pot I can make my tea or a soup. So this is a very hard question. I don't have really a favorite. Ray Mears, you have a ring on your right finger. Does that stand for marriage? We had the answer before. I only love golden rings. Dennis Linden want to know what animals I have at the farm and if I still have the ducks. Yes, I had 3 ducks left, and I hope I get young ducks this year again. I hope they are breeding, but I'm not sure. And I have the chickens, I had the sheep, and I had the rabbits, and of course the house animals, the dogs and the cats. Dennis again with another question. What about the book? How it is going? So I don't find every day the time to write more for the book, but it will be ready in the fall, and then it would be to buy in the spring next year. Craig Grant, what are your beauty secrets? I go to the spa every day. No, nature is my spa. It is important to drink enough and it's important to sleep enough. Both parts are not so easy for me. I always had to look that I drink enough, and I work often till midnight. So when the children wake up very early in the morning, I often get not enough sleep, but this time will be also better in the future. Adam A. Berger. How long have you been practicing bushcraft? I think it is about 5 years. So the way from camping to bushcraft was very slow for me. I do it step by step. And then you want to know, are you seeing someone, and if so, why don't they join you in your outings? I'm not sure if I understand your question right. Maybe you know, when I see someone at my bushcraft trips, how their reaction is. If this is your question, I say hello and tell them that I practice in bushcraft, leave no trash, respect nature, and then I hope he or she leave. But it happens not often that I see someone while I am practicing bushcraft. Thomas Moe. Do you prefer a folding saw like the Silky or the Gather Boreal 21 better? I don't know the other saw. I love the Silky, and I will buy again the Silky if this is broken. I had 2 different Silky saws and I can work with them very easy, so it is a good tool. Rick Trishuk, why don't you show your husband sometimes? So, who said I have a husband, or who said I have not a husband? I show very much from my private life, and I think a YouTuber doesn't have to show everything. So there are some parts in my life which only I had to know and nobody else in the World Wide Web life. And this is one of the parts where I don't want to speak about it. Please respect this. Frank Baird, do you need a permit to carry the pistol I've seen in your videos? So I had different pistols. It is easy, or not directly easy. You can carry no pistol in Germany when you don't are allowed to do it. But then there are differences. So you can carry a gas pistol or a pepper pistol, and when you want to carry this one, you need only a small permit. And then the real pistols, which those you can kill someone, you had to have another permit. So only hunters or someone who works in the police are allowed to carry it. Worry Chin. Hi Vanessa, what do you see yourself doing in 5 years, in 10 years? Still bushcrafting? living full time at the cabin. So bushcraft is not only a hobby for me, it is a part of my life. Stay close with the nature. And when I learned something in the past that I can't plan into the future. So everyone has a plan for her or his own future. If they want to get married, if they want to have children, where they want to live, and such things. But you can't plan everything. So every time when I plan something, it happens totally different. So I stop to plan something. I live from one day to the next day. Of course, you had to had a small plan for your future. So you had to plan for your days when you don't work anymore, when you are too old to work, what you do then, from what you want to live then, and such important things. But everything else, I just let it happen. Robert Odenthal, do you have a common interest with your mother? Yeah, I learned a lot from my mother. She teach me the important part of plants, of having a vegetable garden, edible plants in the nature. This is the basic equipment. So when I can tell it this way, I learned this from my mother, and she also loved the nature like me. She also loved to read books. So we do a lot, or we love many things. Yeah, we had the same interest often. Brian Walter Charter, what inspired you to become a bushcrafter? We had this question before. I make the process from camping through and bushcrafter. Charlton Brown also want to know if I am married in a relationship or single mother. We had this question before. But you also want to know, have you ever or considered direct messaging with a fan or fans to get to know them and them you to build a friendship? Yeah, I had a lot of World Wide Web friends, but this is not the same like a real friend. So I had some persons with them I text often. I often write them messages or they write me messages, but it is always better if you have friends in real life. So both is nice, but when it comes heart to heart, your friends in reality can help you better as you only had friends in the World Wide Web. So this does not mean that I don't like them. So it is great to chat with people from the whole world. So I had fans or subscribers. They came from Africa, Mexico, Australia, India, really the whole world, and this is great. And I love to have contact with every one of them or just read them in the comments. But I will not say that this is a real friendship, if you understand what I mean. Jerry Wilson. I never did learn how much it costs to go on an adventure with you. So if I ever win the lottery, how much does it cost? So I make some bushcraft course in the past here in Germany. Actually, I don't had enough time for it. It is always a little bit difficult when you are also an YouTuber, because you never know which person you will meet. So I am a woman, and if I was alone in the forest with someone else I never meet before, this is always a difficult situation. It can be dangerous or not. So I don't go often into the forest with persons that I never met before. Are you going to install a solar panel in your cabin who want to know nomad life? This is not so easy, because a solar panel costs much money, and I had to fix it at the roof from the cabin. And if someone want to damage something at my cabin, this would be an easy part to do it. Someone only could put stones at it or branches, and then it is broken. So I'm not really sure if I should do it. I had a solar panel which is foldable, so I can use it and fill with it a big power bank. But of course it is not so good like a big expansive solar panel. So I'm not sure if I really should do it. Curtis, when you work on something, does the foxtail on your arm shake too? I seen that before. It is cute and funny. So I never thought about it before, if my tattoo is shaking or not when I am working. So I can't give you an answer, because I never look at my tattoo before when I am working. Another question, if I am pregnant or not. So people, let be honestly, I wear some clothes in the winter time. During the winter time it is cold, and I practice the onion principle, so I wear many different parts of clothes. I had underwear, shirt, long shirt, pullover, jacket, another jacket. So these are 6 cloth items, and of course you are not skinny with it. But maybe you find out the result, you find out the answer for this question, and the hot part of the summer, when it is ready. So this is it. I hope I don't forget any one of you, but I've read every question. It was really funny to give you the answer, because yeah, it is interesting what you want to know and what not. So it makes it really fun. And at this point I want to thank you again for all your support. You are great. I am really happy that I have such nice subscribers like you. I often sit at the computer and smile if someone texts me a nice message. But I have to say it again, I'm really sorry that I can't answer every question of you, because this needs so much time. But I read everything. You can be sure that I read everything, and I smile so often because of you. I had a great community. Thank you for all your support, nice messages, likes, views, and the help with PayPal. Thank you. I love to do what I do because you are there. So thank you for watching. We see us again at the next video. Have a great time. Bye bye.